Amanda here from Create Your Future, guys. So you have requested that I share my own personal success story of how I manifested my relationship and my marriage. Okay, so I'm definitely going to do that today. Just before I jump into it, guys, one of my clients got their ex back within 2 weeks. They used my course to do it, how to create the relationship that you love, as well as how to get your ex back affirmation track. So, I mean, absolutely amazing. And they did have coaching with a couple members on the team as well. So it was absolutely amazing success story that they, that they did. They haven't given us permission to share it. So I do intend that they email in and give us permission to share it. But we can share that they were successful. They did tell us we could share that, but they didn't give us the details. Which, remember, guys, when you share your success with us, you don't have to, give us permission to use it or all the details. We just want to know that you were successful. I think that's so incredibly important to, share hope with one another. So so I'm going to share my success story as well in this video. Just before I do, guys, for those that are new here, my name's Amanda. I'm an NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist, and a certified life coach. And me and my team of coaches make videos to help you manifest what you want quickly. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but we do have a free course, how to identify your blocks to manifest anything fast. It's going to help you build your mental diet, and get you out of the way of yourself. I think this is so incredibly important. It's going to help you identify what beliefs you have that aren't working for what you want. Okay. So and remember, like, a block isn't this big bad thing. Okay. It's really just a matter of, if you want to be in a relationship with your SP, but you think your SP is rejecting you, okay, that's a block. Okay. You need to change that belief, that story. The same thing if you've got a lot of anger and resentment towards your specific person, you've got to resolve that before you're able to manifest them in, because whatever feeling you're having towards that situation, you're only going to get more of it. So I get a lot of great feedback from the free course. Definitely check it out, link below, as well as my course and affirmation tracks are on sale as well. So definitely check that out. And guys, we have a Facebook group where we post all the success stories that you give us permission to share. So it's really great to go in there and read them, because use it as a catalog, because when you're reading it and consuming it, you're creating it for yourself as well. Okay. Because whatever you focus on and put your energy to is what you are calling into your life. And I think, I intend that there's more positive out there than negative, so it's nice to go somewhere where it's positive. And you can share your success story anonymously if you'd like. And I get this question a lot. If you would like more of my videos, please tune in every Friday. I post every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do post a video, and I do one every single week. And I also do the short videos, every second day, and they go on to TikTok. We have an Instagram. We do YouTube shorts. We also post on Twitter. Check the link below, like the bio below the description, for every social media app that we are on, if you would like the quick little reminders that we send out. Okay. So guys, let's dive into this. Okay. So I'm going to do basically a quick overview of the highlights. I've done so many videos throughout, my relationship with Andrew. So I'm going to do the major highlights. Okay. So basically, we dated for a while. I'm not sure how long anymore, and then I wanted him to move in with me. And, and I've made many videos on this, right? He said he wasn't ready. He didn't want to. And me, I was like, well, at first I was like, cause we had the relationship talk. I was like, well, no, you know what? Then I don't know if I don't want to waste my time with this. Right. So basically I was throwing out the baby with the bathwater, because I was just basically like, well, I don't want to waste my time. And then, I immediately thought, well, Amanda, everyone is you pushed out. You've created this. He told you what your block is, that, he's been, previously married, and he's hurt. He's scared that he doesn't want to do that again. And and I was like, okay, so anyway, long story short, for the next 5 days, even though we were condo shopping together for him, I kept my cool. Even though the 3D was showing me the opposite, I stopped reacting, and I just kept saying, you know what? He's going to change his mind. He does want to be with me. I'm good enough. He's over his baggage, ready to be in a relationship and to move in with me because I'm good enough. Of course he does, right? And as we were condo shopping, for him, in my mind, I was like, no, that closet's not big enough for me. No, we need 2 parking spots because because I'm going to put my car here. And I just kept doing that in my head, even though that wasn't what the 3D was reflecting back. And it was so funny because 5 days after doing that, basically he turned around and said at lunch one day, he was like, well, you know what? And I said, what? He's like, so you're not crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. And he's like, I thought about it and I would like to move in with you. And I was like, I was so excited. I had to go to the bathroom and like scream. Okay. So anyway, and it was like basically happened so fast after that, that we moved in together. Right. So what I did there was, yes, I had the relationship talk 5 days prior, which did kind of like push him away. And then, and me, I was almost ready to throw it out completely because I was like, well, I'm in this to get into a relationship. And if that's not where you are, then I'm not wanting to do this sort of attitude. But then I turned around and I thought, you know what? No, Amanda, that's very ego-based. Like you've created him to have that with your assumptions. And I did have a story that men that were previously married didn't want to get back into a relationship. So I had to turn around for 5 days and shift that mindset regardless of what the 3D was showing me. I had to respect the 3D because the 3D was showing me something that I've manifested. And the 3D doesn't go, oh, your reflection from your subconscious mind doesn't say, oh, well, she doesn't want this. This is going to bother her for 5 days. No, you have to respect it because I had that assumption that married men, previously married men didn't want to get into a relationship. So that was showing up for me the whole time I was working on my new assumption, and I had to respect it and not react to it. It's funny. If it was like, let's say for instance, right, you're a millionaire, right? You're like a multimillionaire and you want to be a billionaire. You're not going to be mad at your situation because you're a multimillionaire. No, you know what? You're okay with it and you're manifesting more. So you've got to sort of look at it that way, that you have to accept. Okay. And then revise it. Okay. Yeah, I accept it. Okay. Yeah, I created that. This is what I want instead. Okay. And, if you want to know how to do a mantra, my course is going to help you to teach you to do a personalized mantra for yourself. It's going to be really, really good because that's what I did to manifest, moving in within 5 days. Now, let's fast forward, okay, to living together. Not sure how long we were living together. We've been together a long time now. But anyway, what I kept saying as we were living together, because after we were living together, he didn't want to get married, which was fine. I had my own reservations about getting married as well. And I'm just happy that we're living together. And then I decided, no, I do want to get married. I want to experience that at least once in my life, right? So then I started, and he said no to marriage many times. And then, so I just started saying, look, it's like, we're living together. It's like we're already married. So of course he's going to want to get married. And I just kept using that mantra because, I basically, but I also went through all my other assumptions and stories because I had some assumptions and stories about getting married. I did say my whole life, I'm never getting married. You don't need to get married. It doesn't mean anything, blah, 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 right? So I had to go through that myself and resolve them within me, right? So and then eventually, Andrew actually said exactly what I was intending, affirming. He said, you know what, it's like we're already married anyway, so we might as well get married. And he took me ring shopping and then away we go, right? So, and it happened absolutely perfectly. Actually, on Jerry's Adventures, our engagement is on there, and I cut out a lot of it because there was a lot of crying. Every time I'm happy, there's a lot of crying. And also it was funny, Andrea rented an entire like private chef in a room for our dinner to like do this engagement. I knew we were getting engaged. I knew what the ring looked like, but I didn't know where and when and what he was going to do. So he rented like this hall, like this dining room to ourselves, and a private chef and a private waiter. And there was like a real fireplace, but they didn't open the flue when they started it. So like, oh my goodness, there was so smoke. The fire alarm was going off. It was absolutely hilarious. You should see it. It's on Jerry's Adventures. The link's in the description below. But anyways, guys, and then, we ended up getting married and here we are now. So, the point is, to be successful in manifesting what you want, there's 3 things you need to look at. Okay. You need to look at your story about your specific person. Okay. So what's your assumption about them? What do you think they're thinking? Okay. What have they said to you in the past about being in a relationship or wanting to be with you? Okay. Whatever they said that's not in line with being with you, you need to start changing that, because everyone is you pushed out. So if you start assuming they want to be in a relationship with you, then that's what they're going to reflect back. Okay. The second thing you want to do, right, is check your own assumptions. Okay. Like how do you feel about it? Do you have any reservations about getting married? I remember years ago, I had a client who didn't want to get in a relationship until she lost 5 pounds. Okay, so are you doing the same thing? And besides, right? If that is the story, I mean, think about it. You're going to marry them, probably have kids or grow old together. I mean, they're going to see you with extra 5 pounds on. Start intending, that they love you the way that you are right now, and that you're ready for a relationship, and that you're good enough for a relationship, right? And then the other thing is, right, is what is your story about relationships in general? I mean, do you have abandonment issues? Are you like, did you have someone abandon you as a young child, and you think, oh, everybody that I love abandons me? Anything like that about, or relationships are too good to be true? Are they never last, right? So, you've got to go through those stories that you're holding from the past. And then you also need to start building the future. What does your relationship look like? What are you going to do together? Right? So not only are you getting past all your old stories, you're also starting to create, what does the future look like? Are you getting together every day and having dinner and cooking dinner together and watching TV, going on dates, walking through the park, going to the gym together? Like, what are you doing together? Okay. So yeah, that's like, living from the end. So living from the end is very much like, what are your assumptions about your situation? They have to be in line with what your end goal is. Okay. So if you want to be in a relationship with your specific person, you have to start assuming they want to be with you, because if you were with them, your thought would be that they wanted to be with you. Okay. But you still have to very much respect your 3D reality, right? And reacting to your 3D reality, right? That they don't want to be with you is only putting more energy and reinforcement to that. Okay. Anyways, guys, I intend that this video has helped you. If you would like any help finding out, what beliefs you have and how you can shift them, and an action plan to help you manifest faster, I've got a great team of coaches here that I have trained to do coaching the way that I would, that are definitely going to be able to help you. Okay. And if you have any questions or comments, video ideas, put them in the description below. The social media team will send them off to me, and I do answer them and make videos from them. So this is actually a subscriber's request, a few subscribers' requests, that I make a video on my success story. Okay. So anyways, guys, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.